What's up? I'm back, and I gotta make an apology for not doing anything for dipping my channel for almost a month and not doing anything for like 3 weeks. Even though I said that I would try to at least make one vid every week or every 2 weeks. But I guess, I didn't have time. The usual excuse for such things, right? I didn't have time, right? So yeah. And nothing really changed that much except that the weather, it only got better. Last week I had holidays and over 10 degrees Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit for you Americans. So yeah, it was fucking amazing, I gotta say. Very, very fucking, just great. It's sunny, the snow it got obliterated. And now it's like around 30 Fahrenheit, 0 in Celsius, around that. Lower than 10 Celsius. So yeah, it's around that. Kind of sucks, but hey, it's better than minus 15 and snow all over the place, right? So yeah, this will probably be the last video before the summer where I would just sit in this BMW M7. So yeah, and it's getting like a paint job, because in some parts the paint there are a few chips, kind of a bit damage to the paint, and then you see the roof, it's kind of hanging, so yeah. Other than that, what else? I ordered more die casts from just through different websites, and I'm just waiting until they will arrive so I could just make more content, because I don't know what to do, honestly, and I just thought, maybe I should focus more on, those diecast models, 1/64 scale models, because I just love that scale. It's small. It doesn't take too much space, and I cleared out part of my room. Perfect. Like around 200 cars can easily fit in there, so yeah, I wouldn't have issues with space. I did come across like the three major problems you would probably have when you're buying diecasts is usually when you're like, well, first of all, it's the price, the price of the product, then the taxes, then the shipping, all that, The second one is if they deliver it to your country, I live here in the Baltics, and then I was like, I had already everything in the card, in the shopping cart, and on the website, and and then they say, we don't ship it over to the Baltics, and I gotta say, the Americans are once again the luckiest bastards ever, because there's always an opportunity to ship it to the United States, to the States, right? Or to Canada, or to Germany, France, the UK, or Australia. So usually the Western world, but always the United States, like always, So yeah, I guess North America, Western Europe, and Australia, even Australia, right? The down under, right? They even got a bit luckier. And hey, I lived in Germany, but now I don't live anymore over there. So it kind of, if I would have started with this hobby, I guess, is this what it's called, right? If I would start with it, if I, was doing it a bit prior, I would already have all that stuff without any problems, and it would just, be shipped to Germany. But now, I live here in the Baltics, and you gotta ship it over here, so it's a bit more problematic. So yeah, and the third problem is if they have the item that you are looking for in stock. So yeah, or if they even sell one at all, you can look for a specific item for a specific product, and then you find out they don't have it on the website, right? or they don't have it in stock currently. And will they ever restock that one model? Because, you know, why would they restock every model if, you know, I mean, if there's a high, you know, demand for it, then yeah, sure. But again, you gotta wait, and then you gotta make sure nobody buys it before you, and it's a very chaotic game, I would say. It's like gambling, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. And I mean, I ordered what I wanted. I probably will order more because I will definitely do that. Okay, and I already know from which places I can buy certain models that I would like to buy. So yeah, I got everything figured out about that stuff. So yeah, other than this, I just don't have very much else to say except that, well, you know, I guess not much. I mean, hey, I'm just sitting here in the Baltics, and you know, it's the, and you know, you always had, you know, all those movies, you know, like okay, let's just say Back to the Future, and the second part, you know, they say, oh, 2015, we're gonna have like skateboards, you know, the hoverboards. We're gonna have not one, but 4 fax machines in every house, right? We're gonna have flying cars and all the other bullshit, right? Or you know the movie from 2004, Will Smith played the character in there, and it was more like, I don't know what the name was. It was like, I'm a robot or something. I don't remember it. Okay, all I remember it that in the movie was set in the future, was like 2034, and then you had one of the characters in that movie drove a Audi, but it was like a small sporty coupe, and they just made it a bit more realistic for futuristic for the movie, you know, because it's supposed to be set 30 years into the future, right? And then you kind of look into 2026. No, fax machines still exist, but nobody fucking uses them anymore, right? But I would still want to get one just for the sake of it, okay? Just like old stuff, right? Old junk. Flying cars, hey, we had them all the time. We had them even in the 50s. You know, you just have to drive off with your Buick off the hill, and there you have it. You have a flying car, but not for long, right? Right, and it's like one time, you know, you can use it only one time, you know. Otherwise, it always kind of changed. And then, I guess, well, yeah, it didn't really change much. And hey, here, like in 2026, we do have artificial intelligence, but it's like just a way more advanced Google machine. And other than that, it's basically nothing. Just a way more advanced search engine, and that's it. And yeah, what else? I guess not much. Hey, here, like once again, what I wanted to say about the Baltics, it still looks like it's like 2007 or something, you know? Yeah, you look outside, the world is still the same, the grass is still green, the sky is still blue, you have still all the post-Soviet bullshit with all the Soviet crappy apartments and all the BMWs and Audis and Volvos from the late 90s, 80s, or even 2000s. You know, we got like tons of those S60, S80, or the V70 Volvos, sedans and wagons. They're all over the place. We got like tons of them. It's like the Swedish Grand Vic, you know, like the Ford Grand Victoria, but the Swedish version, right? Because it's Volvo, right? So, and what else? And there is just so much stuff of it. Sometimes you still even see someone in public using a flip phone here. So yeah, that's, I guess, you know, people just don't have money for new cars or for new phones, so they just still use old reliable shit that is functioning perfectly, right? Like this car here, for example. It's like 25 years old officially. It's a classic already, basically. And it just functions perfectly. It's clean. Of course, you have to take care of it, but yeah, it's a perfect car, okay? you can't do the same shit with a new car. You will have it like for a few years, then it will just be useless, right? You have to resell it, the value drops, and of course it happened before with older cars, but older cars are just simpler to fix. They have a design, there is interest in those cars, they have a soul, they have a certain philosophy. Modern cars don't have that bullshit, okay? They're just bullshit basically on wheels with computers and Netflix and the government spying on you or whatever the fuck they wanted to do with all that stuff, right? Yeah. And I don't know what else. I guess not much. Yeah. So yeah, it still looks like the 2000s over here in the Baltics. And I would even yeah, just like 2007, I would say, or around that time. Yeah, of course there are a few more modern things, like like way more newer cars, or I don't know, something in that matter. But and there's a lot of I would say even emos still around, but I guess they just exist, right? They just exist, right? Not a good thing, not a bad thing. I don't care very much, and yeah, I guess. So yeah, I guess nothing has changed very much. I'm still like this odd, autistic, retarded, questionable person that cannot look straight into a camera. I don't know why, okay? I just cannot look into the fucking camera, right? I gotta look somewhere else. And the same with people, you go somewhere public, there's like a huge crowd, and or it's cool, right? And I just no, I at some point your eyes will still make contact with someone else's eyes, and it just bothers me. I don't want to bother someone. I don't want to be a creep, and I don't want to have someone else staring into my face as well. So you gotta have to look somewhere else, right? Yeah, so it's always fucking annoying, I guess. I don't know why. There's always this discomfort or something, but I don't really care much about it, right? So yeah, this is like my blog, basically, my yapping video, basically. So yeah, I don't know who the fuck will watch this, but someone will. Someone will then say, wow, look at that retard, right? But hey, I guess I don't care. Call me names, I don't care. No, really, I don't care. Just doesn't really matter. It's just words. It's just sound, right? Oh, the lights turned off, right? So yeah, it's just basically sound. So I really don't care about it. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me. It's just sound. Words are just sound. So yeah, remember that. And that was basically it. All I wanted to say would be probably the most awkward video I ever made, and the most basically off the rails one. But I don't know, just want to experiment maybe more. Write more shit, I guess. Record more shit, basically. Yeah. And sorry if my voice sounds a bit pathetic, but I don't know. Gonna switch this a bit. But anyways, that was basically it. Thank you for watching this shit show, I guess. Have a nice day. And that's it.